This is just going to be a crazy week where there's tons of game sales going on, and I'm going to do my best to keep up with all of them, as well as bringing you a couple reviews, some lower indie games that I definitely want to bring some attention to. But anyway, now is the time for the Sale of the Week video. In more the traditional sense, I ended up playing two different games that I think are pretty much diametrically opposite, but they're really good games and they're a lot of fun. But first, I'm curious, how many games and what games are you guys going for? What Black Friday sales are you going for? Are you going for none of them? Are you just going total eShop or nothing at all? I understand both aspects of it because sometimes there can be a lot of cool stuff, but other times it's this kind of stuff that you wouldn't have gotten unless it was on sale, and it just turns up just being fodder for the backlog. So I'm just curious if there's any of those deals that you guys are honing in on or what games you're looking for and this and that. Anyway, comment down below. I'd appreciate that. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Since my Denver Broncos continue to lose horribly, by the way, your likes and subs are the only thing saving me from depression. Anyway, on to XCOM 2. So this is one of those games that it's going to be an outlier for this week because I'm going to try to focus on games that aren't on sale quite often. And this is one of those games. It is, I don't know, I'm not going to say it's something you can always find on sale because it's one of those games that every time I look for it, it's not on sale, but I've seen it on sale multiple times. And this is, by the way, XCOM 2, the collection. So not only do you get the game, you also get the 4 DLC included with it. But typically this game is like $49.99, and it is worth every penny of that. But right now, until the 4th of December, it's actually $7.99, which is an amazing sale because this is a game that you could put like hundreds of hours into. There is so much to this game. And if you're not familiar with it, this is a game where the aliens have infiltrated Earth and are taking it over. At the same time, a lot of people don't know that they are, so it's up to your militaristic crew to handle the problem. I don't know the full story, I'm gonna be honest, because I just picked it up recently, and it's one of those games that I've always been interested in, namely because it's a strategic RPG style game, and I really do dig those type of games. This game also has really good graphics. The performance of it and just visual presentation really surprised me, to be honest. I always knew this was a computer game, and I kind of just figured it was maybe one of the older ones that didn't look so great, and that's why it came onto the Switch. But I was wrong. Like, this game actually looks really good. It performs really well. There's a ton of options to it, and I will say this is one of those games that it does help to stop, read the instructions a little bit instead of just like flying through and be like, oh, I know what to do. Yeah, no, you do want to pay attention because there's a lot of nuance, there's a lot of subtlety, and a lot of different commands that can really change the way a battle goes. But I've been having a blast with it, and for $7, it's an amazing pickup. Like I said, it's a game that if you don't get it now, you'll probably see it on sale again in, 6 months or so, but might as well get it while you can. The second game I want to talk about is a game that I've never played before, and I ended up texting a lot of my friends, including like Trick and Adam and a lot of people who are familiar with the channel or on the channel, and I was like, hey, have you guys played this? And pretty much everyone unanimously was like, yeah, I've played it, but God, it's really hard. The game is called Feudal Alloy, and regularly it's $18.99, and right now it's $1.99, so you can literally get this game for like $2, and it's one of those games that really looks good. Like, it's impressive how well this game looks. It's like a Metroidvania style game, and I guess it is difficult. To be honest, I haven't had that many problems with it. Yeah, like, I die a lot, but I don't know, that's just kind of common when it comes to Metroidvanias, at least for me. I do have some gripes with it, but none of them are performance or visual. I mean, the sound is mid, but it's fine. And the story itself is charming, it's quirky, it's kind of weird, but it's also kind of cool. As you are a robot. Now, for some reason, you're a robot, but your head has a fish living in it, and I think you are the fish, but you're also a robot. So I'm not really sure. Like, I would think they would call it a cyborg if the fish was, like, controlling the head or controlling the robot, right? I don't know, but all the enemies and every other creature in the game looks the same way. It's like a robot body with a fishbowl head and some sort of creature living in the fishbowl. So you have a meager life as a farmer, and really pretty much you just raise sunflowers and you extract oil from them, and you help the local elderly, the seniors. You hook them up with oil, and that's just pretty much your life until a bunch of bandits come by, steal all the oil, steal all of the elderly people's valuables, and without any other option, you're forced to go after them and to recover not only the valuables, but also their dignity as well. And of course the oil, like I said before. But anyway, again, it's a Metroidvania game. It's about, I want to say 10 to 12 hours. The one thing that I have the most complaints about with this game, and yes, it is kind of difficult, and it's got some issues, but the biggest issue I have is there is like a plethora of customization that you can do. You have like a circuit board, so that kind of controls what moves you can learn and which ones you can do. Like you can start to learn how to throw a bomb or block and things like that. That's all part of your circuit board. There's a lot of skills you can add and buffs as well, and all of that is great and fine. But the other thing is equipment. I am a loot whore. I love finding loot. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do in games. That's why I love Labyrinth Legends so much. But anyway, in this game, you have the ability to collect a lot of loot. My problem is they don't really tell you which one is better or worse, and that sucks, because you can... If you're like me, you're sitting there making like life choices about, should I discard this weapon? Should I keep it and manage my inventory? What should I do? And the other thing too is, when we're talking about inventory, you can't sell any of your items either. At least not where I've tried. And that also really sucks, because you have a lot of items that you don't really need anymore, and you feel bad just discarding them. You know, someone could use them or something. I don't know. Or I need money, because the thing is, this game does require you to have a lot of money, because you're always trying to buy oil. That's basically like your lifeblood. You're also needing coolant, because your stamina system is wrapped up in like a cooling system. Like, you'll overheat if you like just whack and whack and whack away. Kind of like me. I'm sorry. No, it's actually kind of annoying, to be honest, because you'll just be hitting the attack button over and over, but your character isn't moving, and you look up in the corner and, oh, it's because I'm overheating. And that makes things more difficult, because there are some enemies that just kind of pop out at you that are a lot more difficult than you had anticipated, so you have to try to beat the hell out of them as quickly as you can. And yeah, that's the main way I think a lot of people, including myself, die in this game, is by not paying attention to that coolant aspect. But it's a fun game. I really think that if you're a Metroidvania fan, I think you're going to enjoy it. And for $2, just the presentation of it, the art style, everything about it, I think is definitely well worth your money. Anyway, guys, that's my 2 sales of the week video game, whatever, but I'm going to be doing a ton more this week. It's going to be out of hand. I'm going to be honest. But again, I'm going to try to only find games that are kind of rare. You know, ones we don't see all the time, and I'm gonna try to find really good indie games as well. So if you guys have any like hints or options or anything like that, let me know. Like, I would appreciate any info. That's the word I was looking for. Don't worry, it's only like 4 in the morning and I'm exhausted. But anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you, and like always, I'm wishing you health, wealth, and above all, I hope you're truly happy, because you make me happy. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.